Hello and welcome back to Star Citizen Mustang to Titan. In this series, we're making a journey through Star Citizen, beginning with the cheapest starter ship you can buy, the Mustang Alpha, and seeing what it takes to save up the in-game currency to buy this, the Aegis Avenger Titan. The Titan is considered to be one of the best all-around ships for early game, and while we could spend the $75 US to start with this ship, we want to see how we can use this Space Penguin with the cheapest package you can buy. Now, when the series started, this game package cost $45, but now, with the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo currently running, the price tag has actually dropped even lower to a mere $40 entry point. A few things to mention before we get started. First off, why the Avenger Titan? What exactly makes it so special? Well, to begin, the interior actually has some room for us to move around, allowing us to store small bits of cargo or boxes for delivery missions, which is impossible with the Mustang Alpha. Second, we have increased hull HP as well as two more powerful Size 1 shields for defense. We also see increased fuel stores and greatly increased firepower with one Size 4 and two Size 3 hardpoints, as well as two Size 3 missile racks, giving us much better capacity to take on higher risk targets and survive our exploration without breathing a sigh of relief after every encounter. This ship costs 785,600 AUEC in-game, so while it's not the cheapest ship around, it does provide a manageable goal to set for ourselves. And second, if you are considering getting into Star Citizen, right now is kind of the perfect time to do so. With the IAE happening now, you can download the game and explore Stanton completely free until November 30th, renting ships to see what suits you and how you'd like to begin your time in the verse. Now, if you do decide to create an account, please be sure to use my referral code for an extra 5,000 Alpha UEC when you start. Don't worry, the code is also in the video description, so you can just copy and paste it when you're ready. So, without further ado, let's dive into Episode 2 of Star Citizen Mustang to Titan. So last time, we purchased our ship, explored what the Mustang has to offer, launched for the first time, and completed our first very low-risk bounty target. If you haven't watched Episode 1 yet, then click this link here up in the top before continuing. There's a ton of great information there for first-time flyers. But today, we'll continue our journey, racking up as much cash as we can. We'll pick up right where we left off by accepting our second mission. Just as before, we enter our contracts manager, click on Bounty Hunter, then... wait, there are no bounties. Worry not, we wait for just a moment, and there. We see not a VLRT, but a step up to a low-risk target, or LRT. We click Accept, and we're off. Let's spool up our quantum drive and make our way to our target. Just as before, we find ourselves in an asteroid field. But, where's our target? It appears that they're in the asteroid? I start targeting around to various red pips, but I can't seem to find our guy. Well, I guess this guy will do just as well as anyone else to get us started. To complicate matters even further, look at what's happening to the ship. It seems that we might be running into some server issues that are putting a bit of a wrench into our plans. Whatever. Let's blow this vulture to bits. And a few more, just for good measure. Well, we weren't able to find our target, but somehow, as we took out our frustrations on some other enemies in the area, we lost a wing. Not a problem. Let's go back to a port so we can repair. Alright, let's quantum our way back to Everest Harbor. And this docking sequence should be just fine. Just as before, we press left Alt and N to request docking.
Please proceed Proceed to assigned landing bay.
Find our marker, and slowly lower ourselves. Oh, come on! Well, that was silly. Let's get out of the ship and take stock of the damages.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Ooh, that's not good. Well, it'll give us a chance to look at repairing and restocking the ship. To do so, enter the pilot seat very carefully. Then open our MobiGlass and select the Vehicle Maintenance tab. Here we can see if there are any repairs required and if we're short on any fuel or supplies. If we were using ballistic weaponry or missiles, this is where we'd rearm them as well. This costs money, but, well, that's the cost of doing business in Stanton. Oh well. Seeing as we couldn't complete that last mission, let's abandon that one and try another. Now we have our next bounty mission for an LRT. Now this time our mark is actually on a planet's surface. Luckily they're near a quantum jump point, so we can point right there and fly in to close the distance. One thing I mentioned in the last episode that I failed to take advantage of is the gimbaled weapons on the nose of the Mustang. By pressing the G key, we can activate those gimbals and now our targeting becomes much easier. By keeping the target within this large circle, our ship will automatically point and fire our weapons based on its best guess of how to hit the target. We'll see that in action shortly. Upon approach, we can see that we now have incoming missiles. We have a few options to deal with that. Generally, missiles can be fairly easily avoided by adjusting our trajectory and outmaneuvering them, but we have one more trick up our sleeve. Countermeasures. By pressing H, we can drop one countermeasure to throw off the missile's tracking. Now, by holding this key, we can actually spool up multiple countermeasures to increase the success rate of distracting the missiles. Here, we can now see that we no longer need to hold the target directly. The firing pip will adjust automatically as long as it's within these large circles. Excellent! Target eliminated. Here's another 5,000 AUEC in our pockets. Since we're on a planet, we can't just jump out of the combat area. We need to break atmo first. So let's nose up and press Alt-C to initiate cruise control. While in cruise, we can then find our next mission and get back to work. Be careful as you adjust your movement when going full speed, or... Or we can black out just like that. Now in this case, we have another missile incoming, but we weren't able to avoid it. Might have caused some damage. This is turning out to be a longer engagement. And we can see now that at times they'll actually fly out of our range, and we can see that firing pip shrink. That means that our current weaponry is out of range and will be ineffective. So let's close the distance and open fire again. There we are, another 5,250 AUEC. That isn't so bad, is it? Wait, why did we get more that time? Well, it seems that we've raised our reputation with the Bounty Hunters Guild, which means that we'll actually get bonuses for any missions completed for them. Sweet. What's not so sweet, though, is that last fight actually left us with some significant damage. Look, Ma, no wings. Let's go get that taken care of. This time, the repairs cost significantly more since we've lost both of our wings legitimately. Also, we can see that there's a 10 AUEC restocking fee. This is for the countermeasures that we used in those previous bounties. As our ship's being repaired, let's take a look at our personal health. We can see that our hydration, food, and health are not completely topped up. So let's stop into a medbay and heal up quick. But first, let's store our ship so that we're not fined for taking up the hangar for too long. We do this by going to an ASOP terminal like before and selecting Store next to our docked ship. We'll find our way to Medical. Check in at the front desk and we'll see that we've been assigned to Room 5. So let's get over there. Following the signs, we find the right room, make our way in, and then lie down in the bed. That's better. We can see here that all of our stats are rising. That's universal healthcare at work. Now, that last fight took us a bit longer than I'd like. I wonder what we can do to make things go just a bit quicker. Ah, there we are. By selecting our vehicle loadout in the Moby Glass, we can take a look at all of the systems currently on any of our given ships. We see that there are 2 weapons loaded onto the Mustang already, but it looks like we've got 2 more size 1 weapon slots available. Interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind for later. Once again, we get back into our ship, accept a new mission, and then make our way to our next LRT target. Now, this is more of what a dogfight should look like. The enemies being far more evasive than our other targets, and of course that just makes things more exciting. Now, I'm not the best pilot in the verse, but something like this is much more fun to engage in. And there's another 5250. Let's get on to our next target. This next mission actually takes place on a planet's surface, but it's not close to a quantum point. This could mean significant travel time, but we've got another trick up our sleeves. Let's find something that will fly us right past our mark. As soon as we're getting close to our target, we'll hit U to power down all of our systems on our ship. This will pull us out of quantum and shut down everything on our ship. Then we just hit U again to power up, and we can fly down from just above them. Now, this mission was another bug. I mean, we clearly felled our target, but we didn't get any money? What a ripoff. Oh well, let's just abandon that mission and take the next. Next VLRT mission completed without issue. 4,200 in the bank. Now, let's take our final mission of the day. What's going on here? I just unleashed on our target, and now my weapons aren't charging? Oh my god, is this another bug? Oh, there's the issue. Here we can see the power triangle, and we had 100% of our power set to the engines. I wonder what happened there. Well, while we're looking at the power triangle, let's see what this is all about. Here we can see that we can send power to 3 main systems: weapons, shields, and engines. This will be used to boost the efficiency of certain systems at the cost of others. By moving our power target, we can regenerate our lasers more quickly and increase their capacity, boost our shield regeneration rate, or regain afterburner more quickly. By default, this is set right in the middle, giving equal power to all systems. But depending on the situation, you might find it useful to say, "Scotty, full power to the engines."
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
If you ever find yourself wondering why something won't charge, this is likely the culprit. Anyway, consternation aside, we've raked in another 5250. We've done a good day's work, so I think it's time for some rest. Back to Everest. Before we turn in for the night, let's restock so we don't forget to do that the next time we grab our ship. And just as before, let's store our ship and log off. So we've done a lot of work here today. We took a few bounties, had to repair a couple of times, learned about some little tricks for various types of missions, and put up with Star Citizen, well, being Star Citizen. Even so, we've now managed to pull in 27,209 AUEC after all is said and done. It's a slow start, and far from the 780,000 that we need to get our Titan. But next time, we'll take a look at those weapon upgrades, try some more difficult missions, and change things up a little bit to see if we can increase our pay rate. I truly hope you've enjoyed our journey today. I know I have. If so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to keep up to date on our road to the Titan and loads more Star Citizen content. Also, I always want to hear from you. Have you been participating in the IAE? Signing up to try the free fly events? Referral code. If there's anything you'd like to see in the future, just comment below. Seriously, I'm a new creator for Star Citizen, and I need ideas. Anyway, thanks again for being here. For now, though, this is Lita Treyu signing off.